Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Devin White.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
They run with Conner, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
James Conner on the carry.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Conner.
The pass.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Brian Burns gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line.
11 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Chubb, the
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. That's Harry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
The 38-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Chase Young able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
That's good.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run the counter. It's Hines. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run here with Connor. And he stopped immediately there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. His pass caught at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
For Tampa Bay.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you did.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
At the 29-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own
the Pats at the line, ready to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Chase Young, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. New England on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 19. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Wilson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 39.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Oh, boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
They set up the screen to Chubb, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's got Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A run for Nick Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
O.J. Howard.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
20-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
16.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coach. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Field goal. A 57.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Buccaneers 19.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Now Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1 yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Offensively, we always know that he gets tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Conner. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Hines. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
By Matthew Ioannidis.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough.
Patriots
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
complete to Mike.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Wilson's.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They run. Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll buy some time right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is off positioning. Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a beat. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Matthew Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go. Get tighten up. Tighten up. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Escape, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Neville Gallimore on the stop. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
A yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
First down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And again, it's Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll give it to Chubb, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second